Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about this Nintendo stuff. I really don't care about Nintendo like that as a brand. Because I feel like, to me, Nintendo died when they did the Switch and the Wii U. I mean, when they did the Wii U, and got rid of the Nintendo 3DS. Like, I love Nintendo more for the portable stuff than the console stuff. Don't get me wrong. I think their GameCube and their Nintendo 64 is the greatest console things that Nintendo has done. But for me, I prefer portable gaming, and I understand when it comes to Nintendo, and I understand the Switch is kind of like that, but it's just lacking the charm of the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, Nintendo DS and Nintendo 3DS. You know what I'm saying? To me, it just feels like it's just lacking something. That's just in my personal opinion. But anyway, I already saw the Switch 2. I already know what the hell's going on, and I'm just gonna have a different outtake on it, because I just think it's crazy that there are a lot of Nintendo fanboys and even the popular YouTubers who are still talking about, well, I'm gonna buy it day one. Why? You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all complain about the prices for gaming or whatever, but then y'all be the main ones going out buying it day one because FOMO. No, bump that. Don't buy the shit. You really don't need to buy this stuff day one. You really don't. And it's crazy that we got to have this conversation, like this common sense conversation. I even heard some of them talking about, well, it's for people who can afford a premium. Bitch, please, I can afford a goddamn Nintendo Switch too, but I don't think the price that they're asking for the games are worth it. No. It's getting ridiculous that we get physical copies of games nowadays, and we still gotta download the shit. Like, I'm sorry, what the fuck? And that's not even a Nintendo thing. That's a gaming problem right there. If I buy a game, a physical copy of a game, I should not have to pop the disc in, and the disc gotta download some bullshit in order for the disc to work. Because what's the point of the disc then? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a problem. And again, normally I don't want the government to step in, but at that point, the government should step in, because you're selling a product, a physical product to somebody, and the physical product isn't really on the physical disc that somebody brought. That's a licensing thing? No, I'm sorry. That to me, that doesn't make any sense. And then y'all get mad that people are going back to modern, to retro gaming and games of the past, because the games of the past actually had the fucking game on the damn disc. What? I don't understand how the hell you make a fucking game. You make a game for years, and you mean tell me I need a day one patch, or I need a downloadable key onto that copies onto the disc in order for the disc to work, when back in the day, the game was fully on the disc. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's pushing it. And my thing is, okay, Nintendo, you want to charge this price, but the major problem that I need people to understand is that even if people were willing to pay $90 to $80 for physical, the physical is $90 and the digital is $80. The problem with that is, Nintendo, y'all are the only ones who don't go down in price. That's a problem to me. Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, still fucking $60. Is you stupid? That game is how many years, and it's still full price? No, absolutely not. Sword and Shield, game was fucking broken out the ass, and you're still charging $70 plus $30 a piece for downloadable content. Is you fucking stupid? Is you stupid? No, absolutely not. So to me, what needs to happen if you want to try to justify $80 to $90, is that you're gonna have to have a full game on the disc or the cartridge itself. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. No day one patches. No day one patches. It needs to be on the disc and it needs to work completely. That's how I look at it. It has to work all the way. Because that's another thing that I don't even think they have. Where the fuck the testing of these games are at? Because you can't tell me y'all have testing going on and these games ain't working. There should be a testing to see if the game fully works on a disc. You get what I'm saying? Like you need a game to be fully worked and fully functional on a disc. I don't understand what makes y'all think that you could just put something out for full price, charge me full price, and then get mad that I'm calling the shit out, and then expecting to still get that money from me. You know? So this is what needs to. These are a few things that needs to happen for Nintendo to work, because you're going to have to bring down the game prices. The games, no, $70 for premium, $50 for base game. That's how I look at it. Yes, $50 need to be the minimum for is the linchpin for a base game. $70, maybe $80 for premium stuff. That includes downloadable content. That includes what little statue or whatever the fuck you want to do. You do that kind of stuff. But the games need to start at $50. Period. You get what I'm saying? And no, I don't want to hear, oh, the tariffs or whatever. No, this has been a video game issue for a long time. So this is before that whole tariff bullshit. Don't nobody want to hear, oh, tariff this, tariff. No. This has been a video game issue for a long time that needs to be talked about. Base game needs to be $50. Period. You get what I'm saying? DLC for games needs to be $10 to $15 minimum. That's it. No, you're not. I should not be paying $20, $30, $40 for downloadable content. I don't really care if it even if it is an expansion pack. No. You want people to you the one who took out this content and now you want to try to charge more money? No, absolutely not. $10 to $15, $20 maybe, but after anything after 20, you're pushing it. You're pushing it. You really are pushing it. Your first party games, Nintendo, and this is just including anybody, but definitely Nintendo, needs to go down. After 2 to 3 years, prices need to drop. Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, and them should not be $60 all still to this day. I'm sorry. You cannot justify the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You can't justify Pokemon Sword and Shield. You can't justify Pokemon what was that other thing called? Scarlet and Violet. You can't justify them being $60 to $70 still to this day. And some of those games are fundamentally broken. And then the downloadable content is still $30-something. No, because at that point, you need to make a new game where it's patch free and it has all the downloadable content. If you got to make a third version of a game, that's fine. But you need to do something else, because you can't keep nickel and diming the game. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. FOMO, fear of missing out or whatever, and people are trying to buy something for the kids. I get it. But there's only so much a person is willing to buy before they stop, because now Nintendo wasn't expecting to have this backlash. But for me, I'm more concerned about the fact, like, everybody's not thinking about the long-term effects of this stuff. Stop trying to defend this multi-billion-dollar corporation. That's another thing too. What the fuck is up with y'all trying to defend a multi-billion-dollar corporation? Like, be so for real. Be so for real. Because it reminds me of the Pokemon fucking fans. Like the YouTubers and the people who love Pokemon, whatever, in the video games, right? And they be the main ones trying to silence any negative criticism towards Pokemon games or whatever, right? The Pokemon games come out, they buy the Pokemon games, and then later on down the line, after the game done had its little popularity or whatever, and then here they come making videos or whatever, talking about, yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield or Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, yeah, it did suck, it was fundamentally broken, blase or whatever, and junk like that. Really? So after you done got your free merchandise from Nintendo, after you done got your paid promotion and shit like that, now you want to tell me the product was bad. But then when people tried to say something, y'all had a whole bunch of videos trying to counter argue that. You're the problem. Y'all are the problem. And that the Nintendo fanboys, y'all are definitely the problem. Like, y'all got to get this shit together. Because ain't no way in the world we gonna sit up here and try to justify terrible ass games or fundamentally broken games or games that are not as good looking or run as well as the console counterparts, and then charge full price for it. No, Nintendo, you're gonna have to bring your price down. You're gonna have to bring your price down. That's the base games, the downloadable content, and just the fact that y'all have games out that's been a decade and are still full price. You absolutely not. You can't keep having that. You can't keep doing that. So to me, something got to give. Something's gonna have to give. If you want this shit to work, and if you really want people to pay $80 to $90, then you have to reinsure the fact that in the future these games drop after a minimum of 1 to 2 years. I believe. I think that's fair. I think a minimum of 1 to 2 years, these games need to start dropping, because it don't make no sense that a Nintendo game costs $60, but if I try to trade it into GameStop or Game Places or whatever, they want to give me less money for the buck. No, that doesn't make no damn sense. But you're still charging the same price. And then have you tried to buy a used version of a Nintendo game? The used version sometimes be more expensive than the darn main version, which again, that makes absolutely no logical sense. So then what's the point of the used one? You know what I mean? Like, it's fundamentally stupid to have all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. I just think it's dumb. I think it's disrespectful. I don't like the fact that people are trying to, like, defend this shit, because to me, you're a loser if you're trying to defend it. And then some people are like, well, good, because we don't need tourists in gaming anyway. Okay, great, but Nintendo usually stated itself as like a family gaming console. So for families to pick up, especially little kids. So I would want the console to be more affordable for the little kids and not the parents, like, having to complain about trying to break the bank, trying to get their kids this system, you know what I'm saying, and the games, and then the games not fully being on the disc, so you get the little cartridge, but then you have to get the little special key to download the game technically onto the game. Like, no, that's dumb. That to me, that is dumb. Or the fact that you're not letting people just upgrade the game to the Switch 2 version, kind of like how the PlayStation 4, if a game comes out on PlayStation 4, when the PlayStation 5 came out, they were like, hey, you can upgrade your game to the PlayStation 5 version of the game for free. You should do that. You better figure out something. And then people are like, oh, well, they got the membership cheaper or whatever. Okay, the membership might be cheaper, but their online services suck regardless. It took them forever to finally get chatting involved. And to make things worse on that one, is there's still no fucking discounts on their games themselves. You get what I'm saying? At least with PlayStation, Xbox, that first party games go down. You know what I mean? And then there's multiple free versions of those first party games that we get too if you pay for the PlayStation Plus or the Xbox, whatever the Xbox Plus premium thing is. You get what I'm saying? So I don't understand what this notion of like we just have to shut up and accept Nintendo just because Nintendo is Nintendo. No, Nintendo can kiss ass at this point. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.